Om Shanti. Welcome to the second episode of Family, the Pillars of Support. Yesterday, we understood about different type of supports, different pillars of support in family, and we discussed that we cannot live alone. Independence, living independently is a type of myth. We need a family to fulfill the sense of completeness inside a person. And that is why, when end of the day, I want to go back to my family. That gives me a sense of support, that gives me a sense of acceptance, that gives me a sense of belongingness. And there I feel comfort. Going ahead in this journey of family, because in Brahmakumaris, we learned to live in a family. Even this is an ashram, and we sisters are coming from different backgrounds, but still most of our, it is an institute also, but most of our disciplines are almost like a family. It is a family come institute in Brahma Kumaris. Well, when we talk about our family in society, we can have we can understand that there are mutual connection between me and other family members. I need their support, and I need to support them also. Yesterday we talked a lot about their support to us, but today we'll discuss a little bit that what I should do in order to support my family. Sometimes I'm not that clear that what should be my role in this group of people. And that is why I get into trouble, or maybe unknowingly, I trouble others around me. That mishap should not happen with us, because the spirituality, here comes the basic spiritual concept. Spirituality suggests that the person who is going with the help of spirituality, that person will be very much aware about their role. A normal person who is genuinely uh, concerned about their development, his own development, that person will always take this step, that I should know my role. And this is the basic spiritual concept. According to designation, according to relation, according to uh, my job or my duties, what is my basic role in this group of people? This is basic spirituality. When I'm in my family, of course, this is my right. I can receive their support. I can ask their support. I I have my rights to take their support. But in the same way, as it is a common saying, every right comes with a duty. This is my duty also, that I should be an example in front of them how to support other members in family. These duties are related with my job, and if I'm able to fulfill my duties properly, this is going to solve many of relationship based problems in our life. And sometimes when family members says that I have seen people, I have seen youth, they used to say, nobody in my family supported me like this, and that is why I wasn't able to succeed in my career, or so many things. That moment we feel very bad, that I did so much, I given all my effort for my children or my succeeders, but then also they are not able to receive it. Well, giving support is also an art. Yesterday, there was a beautiful question. Supporting others, does that mean making them dependent on me? And actually, we believe that our people, they should be independent, they should be self-sufficient. Instead of word independent, we will use the word self-sufficient to get their work done, to make their life comfortable. In order to make them comfortable in their life, in order to make them self-sufficient, it is not that we should not give them support or my support is making them weaker. Think for a moment. When we were very young, we were toddlers, we started walking. Or if you have seen any children around in your vicinity, these babies, from baby to actually kids, when children they start walking, actually that time they need a support. There are two types of support. One, that we take that baby in our lap and we hold that baby completely. That's one support. The other support is baby is trying to walk. We give our fingers only to that baby and we help them to get sufficient enough support to stand up. And with their pace, not with my pace, not with my speed, with their speed, we support them to use to use their legs to put one step after the other with very slow, dead slow speed. But we support them. With that support only, their legs get strengthened and they get some power. They start walking. And after some time, they are brilliant in walking. And after some time, they run. They run. In the same way, you know, when I support somebody, it doesn't mean that I'm making them dependent, but I should know the filter till what extent I need to support them and after what extent I should withdraw myself. So all these things composite, combined, working. I supporting others is an art. You know, Prajapita Brahma Baba, the founding father of this organization, he loved children. Children means we people. Loved children. This organization was started with very young people, and it has started in Sindh, Sindh, Hyderabad, that is now in Pakistan. And there it was started in form of a boarding school, Om boarding school. And there was children from 8 years to 14 years old children. They were studying in that boarding school. And their teachers were around 16, 17, 20 years old teachers were there. Young sisters were teachers and the children were students. Brahma Baba used to make their syllabus. What syllabus will be run in that school? What I want to say, Brahma Baba was such a supportive person. He used to allow sisters to grow independent. To He will give points and he will give chapter to sisters, and then Baba used to tell them that you design this, and sisters used to design one whole chapter based on those points. Later, then Baba come and Baba used to make some corrections in that. Support is to make them grow. Support is to withdraw myself, but with a faith that I am always with you. What we do, sometimes we support, we take care too much. Too much means we care about them, making them dependent on me. Actually, we take care so much that we leave them untrained. Love, in spirituality, love means security, training, growth, affection. All these things composite is called spiritual love, including corrections. This is called spiritual love. So if your support is according to spiritual love, you are very good. But if your support is based on attachment based love will be, you don't do anything, I'll do everything for you, I will serve everything on platter to you, and after that I want to see you very successful. Remember, success is final result of own your own efforts. Success success will not come as a blessing. Yes, of course it can come with like blessing, but it will not come as a gift. Success will come with efforts, and that effort, that person himself has to make that effort. So if I am supporting my family members or people with affection, with security, but again with training and growth and corrections, if I am giving all these things for supporting them, then my support will never make them dependent on me. So this is very important thing, that how to receive a support and how to give the support. Well, in my life also, in our life also, there are many people who supports us, and try to filter your support on basis of these five elements. If people who are supporting you, not training you, they are supporting in such a way that they are doing everything for you, don't take their support. They are making you dull. They are actually your enemies. They are not supporting you. Support will come with training, growth, correction, spiritual love, and security. I have some points for you. What is my role to support my family? I'll show you one slide. Number one, accepting the person and uplighting the habits. Well, I'll come back to this slide. You know, in Brahma Kumaris, God says, uh, there's a very beautiful words from godly versions which we listen to daily in our ashram, which is called Murli. It's a very common but very beautiful, heart-touching word. Tum jo ho, jaise ho, mere ho. Who you are, how you are, what you are mine. God never says, you change like this and then I will accept you. God says, you are mine. And then his love changes us. We apply some conditions that you be like this and then you are mine. You get first division, you get first rank in your class. I love you. I'll give you one scooter. You learn swimming, and then I will allow you to go on a vacation. You start playing cricket, although you don't like cricket, but I want you to play cricket. You start playing cricket, and then I will purchase you a new um, shoes or dress. My love is becoming dependent, is actually biased, conditional. This love cannot be spiritual love. This love cannot be support, this love cannot be a growthful love. This is almost a business. My choice is that you should be number one in your class, and for my choice, I'm making a deal with you. What will happen if your child will not get number one in class? Won't you love them? You will actually disown your children? No. How many of you were number one in your class? I'm sorry to ask this. You are very comfortable in your life. You have a good life, good family going ahead. Why we go so badly behind academics that it come to the mentality of children? Yes, good marks are important. Good health is important. But you cannot compel a person to do everything according to your wish and will. Every person has their own way of living. So uh, sometimes we do not accept our family members as they are. Some children are good in academics, some children are good in sports, some are good in music, some are actually very good in arrangements. We just ignore that part. A few children, they are so good in arrangements, handling guests, or arranging a program, a small party in house. They are so good, and we think, क्या करेगो तुम ये करके? ना पढ़ते हो, ना खेलते हो, ना कुछ करते हो. What will you do in your life? This is very important in family, that you should know how to arrange a good house. A good arranged house is a very first requirement for a family to live properly. And if a boy or girl is very good in that, we should appreciate their quality. No job is less than other. No skill is less than other. So, number one is I accept my family members as they are. Some of them are old, some of them are ill. Look, if one of my family member, they are that person is maybe that person is handicapped or something, and because of some reason they do some, because of this reason only, because they are handicapped or something, their behavior is somewhat different. The way they talk or the way they carry is not up to the mark, but we still try to support them. We do not take it to our prestige. In the same way, their disability is very much visible. There are different people in our family whose disabilities are not visible. Like maybe some are emotionally disabled, they will get irritated very frequently, they'll get disturbed very easily, they're very shy in nature, they are overspoken, or they are not spoken. So we need to support them. Why don't we accept this disability in them? If a person is physically disabled, we accept them, we support them, and we try to mm, we try to carry our life together with them. But if a person is emotionally disabled, a child or a family member is not much expressive, or maybe very irritated in between, not able to express their things. So in that scenario, why I'm not able to help them? Because I am not accepting them as they are. God says, "Tum jo ho jaise ho mere ho." Make this mantra of your life. My family is my family. At least for this birth, there is no other choice. So My family is my family. Let me support them mentally, emotionally. Financially and physically, you are anyway supporting them. But emotionally and mentally, let me support them because this is godly versions. When you support your family emotionally, mentally, with the spiritual love, that same love, this definition, keep in your mind all the time. Spiritual love means affection, security, growth, training, correction. Composite of all these is called a spiritual love. So accept them and let them grow. We'll go back to the slide and uplifting their habit. They may have some good or bad habit. We need to give them that space so that they can slowly grow in that habit. The time when our children started talking, they were not able to talk properly, but we given them some space and they started speaking properly. We given some time, we listened them with the patience, and they started talking properly. So uplifting their good habit. Next comes compassionate listening. Listening just to listen. You know what is compassionate listening? We'll come back to the slide. Compassionate listening is sometimes our family members, they want us just to listen. They don't need any correction or suggestion. They are trapped in a problem. They are feeling some good or bad feelings in their heart. They just want to share their heartful feeling to you. That time, my role is just to lend my ears to them, giving my time. That is called compassionate listening. The best example for compassionate listening is doctors. If you go to a doctor and you explain your disease, I'm feeling this, your symptoms, basically you don't know about your disease, but you explain your symptoms, I'm feeling this, and if your doctor is listening with a good face, okay, 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 then we feel so much comfortable with that doctor. Oh my god, this doctor is very good and this doctor going to help me. But if no matter that doctor how much qualified or not, we don't know. Sometimes some doctors are very intelligent. As soon as you started saying one symptom, they are able to catch your disease. But that time also, they're able to catch your disease and they say, stop, stop, stop. I don't need I know, I understood that you are undergoing this disease. So better you take this medicine. And inside, the doctor is brilliant. The doctor is intelligent. And we think inside, oh, this doctor is not good. This doctor is not good enough. He's not supporting us. He's not a good doctor, finally. Just because. Although the medicine is very good, they're not listening. Same thing. Sometime your family member does not need any correction, doesn't need any suggestion. They just want you to listen. Your suggestions are very important, but keep your suggestions with you until it is asked. Our suggestions, we are ready with our suggestions all the time. Okay, you started saying, I'll start giving you suggestion. This type of family members are not supportive. People feel refrain. And that one question yesterday, someone was asking that if I share my problem with my family member, I feel like they have started getting that pain, and that is why they will get pain, and that is why I don't try to share things. You know, when our children or when other family members, they are sharing their problem, yes, there is a feeling of empathy is very important, but carrying that pain, you know, if you become tensed because of their tension, their situation, or if you are carrying, if you become haphazard, or if you become affected by their tension, they will refrain to share their problem. And that sharing was very important to them. But because of your behavior, they won't be able to get your support. That is why sometimes we need to be wise enough to support our family, listening quietly without getting affected. In Brahma Kumaris, there is one saying, जब कोई आपसे दुख बांट रहा हो और उसके दुख को सुनकर आप भी दुखी हो जाओ, तो फिर ये दुख बांटना हुआ, दुख बढ़ाना हुआ. When somebody came to share their pain with you receive their pain. Instead of sharing their pain, instead of decreasing their pain, you also become painful, or you also receive that pain, and your situation is also a painful situation. Then you are increasing the pain in society, increasing the pain in family. Listening unaffected. Here, spirituality and meditation helps a lot. The person who meditate can use this capacity. If you remember the series of superhero, a rise of a superhero inside within. So in that superhero, there was I think the first episode was power to withdraw. Power to withdraw is power to listen. How to save yourself inside and listen just for listen. Then only, if you are unaffected, unbiased with their pain or failure or in success, you are unbiased, unaffected, you can help them to reach their solutions. We'll go to next point. Prioritizing family by choice. And the next point is knowing the privilege of being a caretaker or homemaker as means of earned blessings. You know, um, okay, we'll come back to this slide. Prioritizing family by choice. It's my choice. I have seen some people, and this is very painful, listening from them. In family, the the pronunciation, the type of the adjustments which they made at their time, they used to keep giving those things, keep actually speaking those things all the time, that I did this because of my family. I left my career because of my family. Because of my children, because you were born, I stopped my studies. When that child will grow up, that child feels very much pain inside. Oh, mommy, it was better if you could have studied that time. Why for me you did? And if you did, why you are speaking now? What is my fault in that? Sometimes you prioritize your family by your choice. अपनी choice का हवाला हम क्यों देते रहते हैं? You decided that now I will put my all attention over my family. I'll give my all time and energy to my family. Now I want to see my family. After 20 years of your decision, you start saying about that incident, that because of my family I did this that. That's not exactly good. It was your choice. And sometimes those who choose their family as a priority in their life, as a profession, of being a housewife or a caretaker or a homemaker, this society doesn't see that those people as professional people. These days, we can see families are getting deteriorated. We are losing family values. We are losing the love in that family. We are actually, our children are not able to experience that richness of relations. They're just they're just interacting with relations, but the richness of family, of being together, it's not there. It's not there. Why? Because slowly we thought that being a family person or being a caretaker, good caretaker, being a housewife or running a house is not a profession. Running a house properly, it is world's best profession. You know, if you go to a country like Japan or USA, cost of living in those countries are very high. A family of four members cannot be run by one single-handed earning person. A family of four members has to be, it takes two people to earn in that family because cost of living is very high. In those countries, if you talk to them and if you tell them that you are a housewife in India, they will look at you as a luxury. In those countries, being a homemaker is a matter of prestige. Those who are very wealthy, those who have, those who are upper category in the society, upper class people, only those people have a choice to live in house and have a caretaker role in family, being in family without doing any job for earning. But in Bharat, it's a sad story that we feel if you are sitting in your family only taking care of your family, we think you are not doing anything. Actually, you are doing many things. Actually, you are shaping the society. It's a choice, it's a privilege that you are shaping good citizens. You are shaping the, you are becoming a bridge between yesterday and tomorrow. You are taking care of our old generation and coming generation. And this, I don't know, people will give respect to you or not, but at least if you are a homemaker and if you see any homemaker, at least you give respect to a homemaker. If you are a homemaker, have self respect. Never think that you haven't done anything. If you were not there, that house was not there and everything will collapse. You know, Dadi Janki, who has been our administrative head till this year March, Dadi Janki used to say one very nice thing. There was one brother Jagdish Chandra Hasija. He was a spokesperson of Brahmakumaris till year 2000. So it's long back story, 30, 40 years back story. Both of them were very young, and Jagdish Bhaiji was a good speaker. So Dadi Janki was not administrative head that time. She was not even joint administrative head that time. She was heading a center in Pune near Mumbai. And Jagdish Bhai was anyway headquarters person, and he was a spokesperson. So whenever Jagdish Bhai used to go for any lecture or any program, Dadi Janki wholeheartedly used to cook food in kitchen, and she used to give him a nice packed lunchbox and a nice breakfast before he go to the program. So some of the sisters, some one of the sisters said, look, he is doing so much of service. Brother Jagdish is doing so much services, and he is so famous, he speaks so well. And uh, only he is very important for Brahma Kumaris. We are what we are doing, we are very common people, we don't do anything. Dadi Janki said, don't say this again. He speaks. That's very nice that he speaks. He deliver lectures very nicely. That's very good. I appreciate. But I cook well, I feed him well, and that is why he is able to speak properly. That's why I am also important. If I will not cook, if he is not if he is not feeded well, if he is not having a good diet behind, his health will collapse and he won't be able to go and give programs. Having your own self-respect, no matter your job is big or small, how importance and commitment you give to your job, no matter it is a homemaker or you are cooking or whatever you are doing. Even God says, bhashan karo ya basan karo, means either you go and speak a lecture, or you wash utensils at your home. If your mentality is pure, if you are seated on the throne of self respect, both the acts are going to fetch equal marks to you. Same thing. No matter you are heading a family, you are a caretaker of a patient, you are a caretaker of elderly people, don't disregard yourself, or even don't disregard your service to humanity. You give self respect to yourself, that you are prioritizing your family for yourself. Number one, it is your choice. Don't uh, don't push your choice on others. Number two, that your choice is your privilege. Do your duties with your own self respect. Love yourself, your duties, your priorities. Your priority of being a caretaker, being a homemaker. And then why? Because this job is going to give you direct blessings. You are earning blessings. A person coming from a hot sun, a heated environment outside, a person coming after a very tiring 2 hours of driving, a person coming with very hungry stomach or very thirsty throat, and supplying them a nice food or a cup of nice water or juice, you know, that gives you a lot of blessings. So you are in a profession to earn blessing. Family is a place where you can receive direct blessings. So understand the importance of family. God says family is the first place, like family is the first classroom, family is the first industry to receive blessings. Now, it's on you how professionally you are taking this industry to receive blessings, and how committed you are towards your duty of receiving blessings. You can take blessings immediately in your family. And last point in this slide is, which I want to tell you, in sharing good and bad experiences without getting influenced. This is very much connected to compassionate listening. Thanks for this slide. You know, God says spiritual love is different from attachment. Attachment will make you get affected by your family members, means the loved one who is getting pain or happiness, that loved one, your family members, uh, their their pain or their happiness will make you painful or happy in return. But God says spiritual love will help you to remain loveful and detached. It's not being unaffected, but it's being detached, so that at the time of crisis, at the time of requirement, you can save your personality and you can help them. Look, when our children sometimes do not have a good marks, or sometimes they lost a match, or they lost an exam, and that time they feel crying, that time they feel bad. You also sit with them and cry. There are two type of responses which we usually give. Either we shout at them, which make them go into the cocoon, or we sit and cry with them. We sit, instead of sharing their pain, we also carry that same pain. And we think this is only the sharing the pain. And that is why children will get two type of feelings inside. Either they think like, if I will share everything to my family, they will also receive that pain. Or they think like, if you shout on them, they think like, whatever happened to me, it's for myself. I have to lead my life independently, because they are anyway going to scold me. They were 100% good at their time, they are going to scold me here. So both of these things are wrong. Being unaffected, sharing their good and bad time, but keeping your consciousness, your wisdom intact. And an intact wisdom can help that other person to grow in their life. This is how we can support our family. In Brahma Kumaris, this is a whole family system. God is the Father, and we all are children of God. We, among ourselves, we are brothers and sisters. And being in this family, we learn everything, how to share, care, train each other, and how to support each other. God descend down to give you this time to receive God's love, to receive blessings from your family. This time is important. Take this time to generate nice blessings. Use meditation to have good good feelings and to generate good thoughts in mind. We are going to share you a piece of one song. Brahma Kumari is having beautiful songs, more than 2000 songs we are having, our own copyright songs. They are really, really beautiful songs, which, if these songs played in your house, they will help others to actually generate good thoughts in their mind. I remember when we were kids, my parents used to play these songs in every evening. There was a time, almost half an hour to 45 minutes. There was, instead of watching TV, it was time to listen to songs. Means the song was played it automatically. It was played all the time in the evening. Listening to these songs, our thought started going in good directions. These songs are teachings without speaking. These songs automatically teach many things. We are going to make you listen one of the song which I heard when I was a child. When I was, I think, in class 10th, my mother used to play this song, and I liked this song very much. And this song, we will share the link in chat box. Here we close our today's session. After this song, we'll close this session today. Om Shanti.
ah, ah, कहीं लुट ना जाए सांसों का खजाना, कहीं लुट ना जाए सांसों का खजाना। पालो प्रभु का प्यार। कल किसने देखा है, आज तुम ये कर लो। प्रभु प्रेम का रस अपने जीवन में भर लो, अपने जीवन में भर लो। कहीं पड़ न जाए बाद में पछताना, कहीं लुट न जाए सांसों का खजाना। पालो प्रभु का प्यार। प्रभु को